Hey everybody, how you doing? Let's talk about this cool Richard Linklater movie called Blue Moon, which I was very lucky to get a screener for, and I watched the other night. Richard Linklater's Blue Moon made me feel uncomfortable at first, but what might feel like a negative experience is actually a very meaningful one, and I truly think it's a special piece of cinema. Ethan Hawke plays this guy who was a notable lyricist in the 1930s and also a rambling lover of things, an enthusiastic yet obnoxious louse who was spending his last night on Earth. We see his demise in the first scene, so this is not a brutal spoiler on my end. It is a setup for the film, and having that knowledge at first is helpful in navigating our feelings while watching this. I found a lot of the scenes to be very touching. The whole movie takes place in a bar with a handful of key characters coming in and out, but if Ethan Hawke's performance didn't work, this movie would fall apart. Hopefully, you don't find his character as obnoxious as you do feel it to be heartfelt and sincere. Sometimes it's the people who judge who are the only ones worth judging, in my opinion. But this movie is a test of your empathetic limits. It was wild that Richard Linklater had two feature films at TIFF this year. This one, as well as Nouvelle Vague, which I have already reviewed. But this one has a more ambitious concept and more emotional depth. Therefore, I gave it 4.5 stars. Heck, if I say it's better than a movie, I better give it a better, number, right? So I got 4.5, while Nouvelle Vague got a 4. There you go, a very Richard Linklater movie. And look at that, you see the ads here on Letterboxd, so people are stoked for this one, clearly. And so I mention all the time, I live in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And one of our great cinemas is the ByTowne Cinema on Rideau Street in the downtown area. And Blue Moon is going to be playing there starting Friday. Friday, 2 screenings on Saturday, Sunday, 2 screenings on Monday, 2 screenings on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So between Friday and the day before Halloween, you've got lots of opportunities to see this lovely little movie, this charmed affair. Delightful. Film critics always say that delightful thing. I know. I try to avoid. Anywho, this is some great cinema, and I recommend it to you. That's it for me, the Movie Mystic, and I want you to enjoy life.